Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed my recipe for the amazing bread that tastes like bread, then you will love this newest entry from the Dr. Wright recipe catalog. It is my amazing Keto Hawaiian Bread. This bread not only tastes like bread with the floral Hawaiian bread flavor, but it has a texture unmatched in the keto bread stratosphere. In fact, this may be the best keto bread recipe ever, but that's subjective and it's up to you to make that ultimate determination. But before I proceed, let me share with you what makes this bread different from all others. After creating the amazing bread, I began a quest to learn what makes bread, white, wheat, or otherwise, that is bought in a store different from bread made by bakers, even though they both use the same types of flour. The texture is different from store-bought bread, although, as we know, all the processes are virtually the same. So it prompted me to start thinking about what could I do to make my bread closer to that type of bread. Through thorough research and consulting with people that were in the know, I found that the major differences between those types of breads and the breads that you find in stores and the bread that we make as keto bread makers is in the form of bread conditioners. Now, these conditioners may take many forms. Most of them are in a chemical form. So I sought to recreate these effects as closely as possible using basic items that we all can buy from the grocery stores or order online. These conditioners are the difference between those breads that taste with a nice texture and a nice condition or a nice substance to them, and those that are dry and mealy and taste just like what we're used to keto breads tasting like. So these conditioners should result in a texture that closely represents that of white or wheat bread. Now be advised that nothing will exactly recreate the texture of a store-bought bread because they're specifically formulated for that softness, but you will find that the amazing Keto Hawaiian bread will come as close as any keto bread can or will. So let's bake a loaf and see if the amazing Keto Hawaiian bread is the best keto bread ever. Here's your grocery list of items that you're going to need. You'll need almond flour, vital wheat gluten, coconut flour, eggs or liquid egg whites, milk or half and half, olive oil or butter, salt, powdered erythritol, baking powder, xanthan gum, guar gum, vinegar, and vanilla extract. In one bowl, add 1 cup almond flour, 1 cup vital wheat gluten, 1/2 cup coconut flour, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 3 tablespoons powdered erythritol, 1 teaspoon xanthan gum, 1 1/4 teaspoon guar gum. Now let me stop right here and say this about those two gums. Xanthan gum and guar gum have to be done so that it is a 1-to-2 combination. And the reason why is xanthan gum has a tendency of making breads and things that are in them a little bit more wet. And guar gum has a tendency to make them dry. So they have a synergistic effect with each other. But it has to be in that ratio between the two. And 1 tablespoon baking powder. Whisk the ingredients together with a whisk until incorporated. In a second bowl, add 2 cups liquid egg whites or 10 egg whites that have been separated from the eggs, along with 1 teaspoon baking powder and 2 teaspoons vinegar. Allow for about 15 to 20 seconds for the chemical reaction to occur before whipping the whites, and you whip them to a stiff peak. Now, to the dry mixture, add 1 egg that you've slightly beaten and 1/4 cup olive oil or melted butter. Mix together loosely, then begin to incorporate the egg whites 1/3 at a time until combined. Next, add 1 cup of the half and half along with 3 teaspoons vanilla extract. That might seem like a lot of vanilla extract, but you will find that it will dissipate into the dough and you won't even notice it. You will just have that floral vanilla flavor that's in the background, but it won't be a sweet vanilla bread. Trust me on that. Continue to mix the ingredients well, and you will have a wet batter that is easily coaxed from the bowl. Now, spray a 4 by 7 inch silicone pan with cooking spray. Now, if you're using a metal pan, then you must line it with parchment paper. Pour the batter into the pan and level it with a spoon or your finger. Place the pan into an oven heated to 350 degrees and bake for 50 minutes. It may bulge slightly, but you can press the bulge down as the bread is not finished at this point. It's still malleable. Now, cover the pan with foil and place it back into the oven for 55 to 60 additional minutes. The baked loaf will be golden brown and slightly crusty. Cover the loaf with a towel and allow it to cool completely for an hour or more before slicing. Now you have a fantastic loaf of Keto Hawaiian bread that looks, tastes, and smells like white or wheat bread. In fact, the slices will be sandwich size. You can see in this comparison that the Amazing Keto Hawaiian bread is virtually the same dimensions as a large slice of regular white bread. Why not toast up a couple of slices and make yourself a hearty and delicious tuna melt? I'm Dr. Phil White. I hope you'll enjoy the second entry into the Keto Bread Recipe Lexicon, and always know that I am constantly striving to provide you with meals that help you eat right, as well as timely health tips to help you feel right. Thanks for watching, and as usual, have a great day.